Recovering Queen, the Queen fan podcast where we talk about and play the songs we love. With Jay, Matt, and Ian.
Welcome to Recovering Queen, the Queen fan podcast, where we take a famous or not so famous Queen song, do a cover version of that Queen song, and then talk about what we've learned about the methods and the madness of the greatest band there's ever been, Queen. My name's Ian. I nearly said Matt then.
Well, because you were being silly.
Yes. Being so professional as well. Oh, well, I'm not doing it again. My name's Ian, and with me, as ever, are Matt and Jay. Good evening, chaps. Sorry about that. So unprofessional, but good evening anyway.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
The bit I like is the fact that you do the same spiel every week. You could have the
you could have it pre-recorded. Do a pre-record. No.
Yeah,
pre-recorded.
That would be rubbish.
The listeners wouldn't accept that.
It's that effort.
Is it going to be Matt this week, or is it going to be Jay this week? Maybe, because sometimes it is. That's half the fun.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Anything's better than talking about the next track.
I was trying to digression right from the start.
You may have noticed, listeners, we are avoiding talking about the next song, which is the Brian May classic "Headlong" off of Innuendo.
Ooh,
so
is this any takers?
Any takers?
It's fun. It's a fun track. It is fun. I don't care what you say. It's on a serious note, this is the last video that you see Freddie in colour. So this is getting close to the end for Freddie.
It's a difficult watch, though, that video, isn't it?
It is difficult, but my God, he's like really putting in the effort.
Oh, he certainly is.
He's really, really putting in the effort to entertain, put on a show, put on a great video. And I just think, they want to have fun. They want to entertain.
12 months before, wasn't it? Almost to the month, I think. So
the video's recorded before These Are the Days, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's clearly in better shape, isn't he?
That's black and white.
Yeah, he's clearly in better shape, but still, it's you can notice that all is not well.
No.
Yeah. But I mean, they are having a bit of a laugh in there. I did wonder to what extent, being someone who makes videos myself, you can doctor footage in certain ways, but they do. There are some good bits in it with Freddie. I know we haven't really spoken about the song yet, but I'd just seen the video again just before we started. And there's a bit where Freddie's aping Brian on the guitar, and he genuinely looks really, really happy. And I think, it's finding those moments, isn't it? Even when the hardest things are there in life, it's still finding those moments of joy and fun. Hats off. That's all I can say about it.
I found it, as I said, I found it a difficult watch to watch it earlier. But it's fun. It's not the strongest song that they did in their career, but it's also not the weakest. But
no, I was actually in that room this week, of course.
Oh yeah, in Metropolis studio. Right.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Well, I mean, it's just being in Metropolis Studios, but no, it is quite cool. It is quite cool when you're there and you look around and you sort of remember the bits from because there's the Miracle EPK that came out where they've got lots of the songs and they pretend to do mime performances of some of those songs, and there's little interviews with Roger and little interviews with Brian that are quite revealing. So that's always worth sort of digging out, that EPK, and it's all shot around Metropolis. So it's quite nice being in there and sort of being on the stairs and in the studio. But
has all the tech been upgraded since, or is it all?
No, it's the same desk. It's a J series SSL or something like that. So it's that stuff. That stuff was the best stuff you'll ever have, and it hasn't really got much better than that anyway.
Oh right, nice.
It's
well, why is it called the Miracle EPK?
Innuendo EPK. Yeah, sorry. That's
right.
me being a bit numpty.
No, and I wasn't trying to call you out.
But no, it's good.
I genuinely thought that you were saying that it was And I thought, is that because it was really hard to, they didn't think they were going to.
So they
be able
recorded
to record
Miracle
it.
and Innuendo all in one go. No.
Going to the song, inevitably, we kind of have to. It is a May rocker, originally destined for one of his solo albums, but hearing Freddie on it, so the legend goes, they thought it was so good it had to go on the album, and it's got May kind of written all over it, hasn't it? It's just it's kind of what he does.
It's even got riffs from older songs, hasn't it? It's even got like "Now I'm Here" riffs buried in there, do 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 do, and it's got all that kind of stuff in there. And it's got the horrible Zoom processor.
I mean, the guitar sounds are
it.
just awful, aren't they?
Yeah, I know. I really don't like the guitar sound.
No.
And it wouldn't have sounded out of place on Back to the Light. In fact, it may have even been one of the better tracks on Back to the Light.
Yeah.
But
is it a drop D tuning? It's because it sounds like
it is.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
And
hence he plays the "Now I'm Here" riffs and things like that, sort of buried in there.
Yeah.
But can I say something that's actually really horrible? That I really don't like about this track, and is Freddie's.
Do we need to put a warning?
There is a bit of a warning because it's a little bit
If you don't, listeners, if you don't want to listen,
well, it is disturbing.
Switch off now.
It is disturbing. It's not like a sort of nice or pleasant thing or even a funny thing. It's like when I listen to Freddie's vocals, it sounds like almost like his teeth are falling out. It sounds so fragile and like he's ill. I don't know whether it's because I've got it in my mind that he's ill. I don't like the sound of Freddie's voice on it.
I genuinely hear on Freddie's performance on it. I mean, it is an astonishing performance, but I definitely hear some worrying sibilance of exactly what you've just described. It's difficult to talk about it, isn't it?
But it is difficult to talk about because you're right. The vocal performance is great. And we've just talked about his vocal performance on "You Take My Breath Away." It's certainly not that, is it? And it's great that they've got a vocal performance, but it's such a pity that it's not on a great. That clearly this is someone putting a lot of effort into really what's not a great song. Yeah,
it's a Brian May song, but the lyrics, particularly in the kind of the verse bit. Because it's weirdly constructed the way they do. They've created this song, but the verse bit sounds like Roger to me. Like you're rushing headlong, out of control. There's nothing you can do about it. There ain't no stopping. You're heading down the highway. All those kind of lyrics. That to me reeks of Roger. But then when a red-blooded man meets a white hot woman, hoop diddy diddy. That's Brian May all over, isn't it? Absolutely. So
who's that then?
I think it's clear. So I suspect that Roger got some writing credit on this. Well, they all got credits, didn't they? But I think he got. Well, I don't know, but it doesn't sound like Brian, and it sounds very Roger. Those bits. And then there's another bit that sounds a bit nonsense-like, and that might have been Freddie just improvising or something on it.
Well, no, there is a Brian May version of this song, by the way, pretty much singing all the way through.
Oh, is there?
So, yeah. And I don't even think it's Roger on drums. I think it's Brian May drum programming all the way through. I just think it's like it's a Brian May pretty much demo tape. Brian's done in his own studio or a studio and pretty much got it up to speed. There may be the odd Roger kind of like overdub for some of those fills and things. And John Deacon definitely puts a bit of bass on there, but
why would you do that?
What?
Just to get it done?
They're not really working as a band still, are they? They're not like a gigging band. It's like just getting the album done, isn't it?
Yeah. It's only 3.5 minutes though, isn't it? Just to play the drums for the track.
Yeah, but if it's sounding okay with the drum machine, why bother?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Well, we know that.
Yeah, but if I know that.
Yeah, I know. But there's weird production choices going on, isn't there, on Innuendo and The Miracle, where it's like, why have they made these choices?
Yeah, I think that's what I was asking.
Well, we can only assume it's because they're not really talking to each other and they're busy with other things. Brian's busy with Back to the Light, Roger's busy with The Cross, John Deacon's busy skiing, and Freddie's busy dying.
Well, see, that's what I'm getting at. It's like, for me, I didn't realise that. I thought at this point they'd be coming together a little bit more because
I know
I did.
you would have thought, wouldn't you?
Because this is probably going to be Freddie's last album.
God.
Let's stick in. Let's be the band. I mean, that's it. It alludes to them being a fun band on the video.
Well, isn't this the bonus album though? Isn't it? Because Was It All Worth It? Presumably, as we discussed in the Was It All Worth It podcast, available now on Spotify, we were alluding that was probably when they thought it was all going to end. But this is the bonus album, isn't it? Where they should be absolutely all back together again. And on a couple of tracks, they absolutely were.
That's the thing. There is so many good tracks on Innuendo. It's definitely at least feels like a little bit of a return to form.
Yeah.
But Headlong is not part of that return to form, is it?
No, absolutely. Having said that, though, Matt, I think your version, putting it on its head and turning it around, I honestly think you've done them a service.
Do you know what's
I really
funny
like
about
your version. It's fun, it's light, it really suits the lyrics and the pace of the song and everything. It's not, it doesn't take itself in, too seriously, particularly with the hoop diddy diddy stuff.
Well, it was the hoop diddy diddy that I thought, what style of music should hoop diddy do actually be done in?
Yeah.
And I thought of Steelers Wheels stuck in the middle. And then the weird thing about that was that you did Ride the Wild Wind for this.
Oh yeah.
Which has Jokers to the left of me. And it actually references Steelers Wheels.
Yeah.
And it was a real weird coincidence that we both did these cover versions, and my cover version is referencing your cover version, which is referencing my cover version. It's like, it's odd.
Episode 4, Ride the Wild Wind, available also on Spotify, listeners.
But it's a weird coincidence. But I thought the Steelers Wheels kind of groove suited it in a way, and you get rid of that horrible guitar sound. You get a nice kind of fun groove going along. Then it's just a sort of perfunctory song, then, isn't it?
No, it really works. What I want, and you sound like you're having a really good time with it, and it's lovely. But why did you rush headlong into that track, Matt? If I may be so bold.
Because we had to do one off Innuendo, and let's face it, Innuendo gets very tricky very quickly.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? I mean, I'm certainly not going to attempt Innuendo very quickly, or Show Must Goes On very quickly.
She's funny because you attempt innuendos all the time.
Of course, this is the direction of travel for Recovering Queen, that we're really lining ourselves up for a hard final season, that's for sure.
Actually, one of the reasons was because we were slagging Headlong off, and it was like, well, maybe there isn't a decent song in there, like Cool Cat and Rain Must Fall.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe there is. It's an okay song.
You were searching.
We were searching.
And there is a slightly better song in there rather than the version that they did. If that had been on the album, it would have stuck out like a sore thumb, but I would have definitely preferred it rather than the Brian May rocker that isn't very good. They're always painful, aren't they?
It's a rocker, but not a rocker, isn't it?
It almost feels like it's been written for a Anita Dobson video somehow, because the lyrics are kind of quite soap opera-esque. Where about you've got soup in the laundry bag and stuff like that. It's like someone clumsily going around the house.
That well-known
and
phrase.
Stuff. Yeah, exactly. Weird. But it's very visual, but it's visual, isn't it?
Well, you know that's where it's come from, don't you? The lyric, the headlong, you know that's from.
No, where is it?
As in when Anita, she did like a couple of films, and she was always saying that she was like rushing headlong into these sort of projects, and Brian said, "Oh, that's a really great turn of phrase. Do you mind if I use it?"
Honestly, have you just made that up? Have you done another Jay made it up?
Don't know.
It's so easy.
They're just getting better and better. These facts. I just don't know now. Well, it's true now.
Yeah. Well, we can certainly say that that's true.
Could be true.
Can you please explain the lyric though? He used to be a man with a stick in his hand. She used to be a woman with a hot dog stand. Are they meaningless, or do you think Brian is talking about two people that if you were in with the May, Dobson, Mercury bunch, you would know what the hell he was talking about? Could the man with a stick in his hand be Freddie and his microphone stand? Could it be a blind man that they knew?
Could it be an in-joke? How is that trolling John? I think that's what we need to work out.
Yeah. Maybe John got off with a woman at a hot dog stand, and the stick in his hand is his bass. He's like, maybe he had a Chapman stick.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think that's what we need to assume, that it is in some way trolling John still after all those years.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that you're really trying to read something into these lyrics.
Yeah,
gotta love that.
When a red hot man meets a white hot lady, so Brian May, isn't it? That
the least sexy lyrics.
We go back
ever.
to my sisters.
Yeah, just like God, absolutely. Well, of course, no live performances as Queen, and I honestly couldn't be bothered even to look it up to say whether they do it with Adam Lambert, but I don't think they do. I think this one has been put to bed.
Did they do it? Might they have done it on the Brian May tours though?
Oh, that's a good point. I wonder.
I can't remember.
Well, listeners, please do write in if there's ever been any live version. We'd be interested to know, and if it was any good or not.
I will say this about Headlong: it has a very curious structure. Like each of the sort of bridges seem a little bit longer than they should be.
Yeah,
it's almost like it's got one extra chord than there should be.
That's what I noticed looking at the lyrics.
It kind of sort of feels like it's always tripping forward. So I suppose that might be quite funny because it feels like it's falling forwards. It has a musical joke in it. But does that save the song?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know what? It sort of feels to me like it's been written by AI. sort of like you get all this sort of Queen bits and put it into, and the computers like pop this out saying this should be a hit. This should be what Queen are up to now.
Yeah.
Because I can't see any reason why it's not really great, other than it isn't.
And there is the power and the beauty of music.
Because it is, it's got a lot of energy in it. I do quite like the melodies. It always reminds me of Breakthrough, and I don't know why.
Likewise.
And I do actually really like Breakthrough. And I think it's trying to fulfill that same role. It's one of those conundrums, isn't it? I should like it, but I'm not sure why I don't.
Well, I mean,
I don't hate it, but it's, as you say,
if you're talking about the guitarist that's probably got one of the best guitar tones of all time ever, and yet somehow this is perhaps one of the worst guitar atrocity tones ever committed to vinyl, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I think that doesn't help.
So that just leaves one more thing to determine, gentlemen.
Yeah.
And that is the scores.
The scores.
On
Going to
the
be
doors.
easy for this one, I reckon.
So, Jay, what would you like to award Headlong off of Innuendo? Out of 10?
Brackets rushing in without due diligence.
Yeah.
Close
Out
brackets.
of 10, considering the whole Queen catalogue with no half marks, what would you like to give it?
Remember you've got songs like Long Away and...
You're worried, aren't you, that I'm going to mess up the scoring?
Because I know...
You are. You're trying to influence me. Even
Jay,
off the start.
just remember that there's songs like...
I'm allowed to say my own point.
I am my own person.
7 feels way too strong. What am I thinking? I was just thinking of the video. Well, they're all in a shelf, aren't they? You don't see Queen very
Shall I
often on
start
shelves.
with scoring? Maybe that'll give you some kind of indication, Jay. I'm going to give Headlong off of Innuendo 2.
I'm going to give it 2 also, Ian. I'm not even going to justify why. I think that's it, 2. Put the same effort as they did in.
And finally, Jay, would you like to award the Headlong off of Innuendo?
2 is so harsh. 2 is harsh. I'm going to go 5.
5. So there you go. If one of you two would like to add those scores up for the benefits of the listeners.
9. It's 9.
It's a 3 average, which I think is more accurate
Okay.
than 2.
So you've basically gerrymandered the scores to get to the average that you would like.
Exactly so.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing with my calculator for the last few minutes.
And there we have it. I say a surprisingly high 9 for Brian May's Headlong
Thanks, Jay.
off Innuendo. So here it is. Please enjoy Matt's version of Headlong.